let's get straight into it. Arise Fashion Week 2023 focused on the global celebration of 20 years of redefining the fashion world. However, as much as the world of fashion has evolved, we can't help but wonder what inspired certain fashion choices. Now, we saw the best, the worst, and confusing, as is the essence of Fashion Week. Now, joining us on Arise 360 today, we're starting with Ozinna Anumudu. Now, she's a Nigerian entrepreneur with brand and communications expertise, daring style, and a knack for Nigerian fashion brands. As the founder of Ozinna.com and communications agency TSC Agency Nigeria, her unique taste in fashion has positioned her as a style icon that just as she continues to inspire a community of individuals to be confident, creative, and their most authentic selves. She was also the head of, she was also in charge of media and publicity for Arise Fashion Week.
Now, we also have Eniafe, Momodu, an award-winning content producer, worked in that same capacity at Arise Fashion Week. He is a multidisciplinary creative. He's played a prominent role in the Nigerian fashion industry in recent years. Now, he has been described by Vogue magazine as one of Lagos's most recognizable Gen Z style icons. Eniafe has worked on an expansive range of projects for high-profile media platforms, and now they both join us on Arise 360. First of all, you both look stunning. It's interesting you both are giving and really on tally, because there's an auction going on some of those iconic pieces he would wear. But regardless, it's great to have you both in Arise 360. Are we ready to?
We are ready, but very quickly, we have to acknowledge what they're both wearing.
It's
First,
fantastic.
I have to say, what are you wearing and where is it from? I'll start with you.
My outfit is from Ozinna.com.
Of course it is.
Of course, and Eniafe.
I'm wearing our Mete, who's actually one of the designers that showed at Arise Fashion
One of my
Week.
favorite ones, actually.
Yeah, no, she's
She
very
would
good.
do the honor. Jason, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Fire Factory. This is actually one of the dresses that was sent to me for Fashion Week, but of course it didn't make the cut. It wasn't really what I was feeling. So I said, let me just use this for this episode. So it won't be like
it's wasted.
And then you are from here. You're going from here to
Seve Borgara. Now, he is a French designer based out of the FCT. He is fantastic, my best person in the world, because he gives me clothes like almost every week. So thank you so much.
And you look amazing.
Thank you so much. All right, let's delve into this. Now, the 10 must-see looks, first of all, at Arise Fashion Week is what we're going to be talking about. Stars showed up and showed out in some of their most beautiful pieces. I mean, Shaitan, the runway was drooling with
and the
looks.
red carpet as well.
Yes,
the blue carpet
for Arise Fashion Week was drooling with different looks. So how about we take a look at some of those looks, and let's take a look at our top 10 outfits that stood out, either for being, good or sheesh. This is Ira Star.
Yes, we're starting with Aria Star.
Yes.
I remember this look.
I did.
So she's wearing this two-piece.
It's from Bianca Sanders.
Perfect.
It was on the runway, actually. During the show,
So straight off the runway.
I think she definitely bodied it better than the runway did, because I don't think I saw that. At least
It's
not
the
in the
swag,
way she...
the
Exactly, the
swag
Ira
she
Star
brings
swag.
onto it, yes.
I'm loving it. There's another celebrity, D'banj. D'banj needs to close his shit. I feel like we need to discuss this. I feel like these days, D'banj's outfit is the shirt and the bod and the jewelry.
I mean, but I'm really liking this, and I would like to hear what Ozinna and Eniafe think about this. I like the lace detail. I love the fact that, I mean, like you said, his body, you should close the shirt. But if the body is walking, let him show it off now. What are your thoughts, Zina?
I think it's signature D'banj. He knows how to have people talking. Look at us, we're here talking about him. Right? So he always looks good. He looks comfortable. He looks like himself, and I like it.
Okay.
Annie, what do you think?
I agree. I mean, it's classic D'banj. It's simple. He's not doing too much, and he looks good.
He does. All right, Richard Dominic coming up next. Lanre Da Silva. Listen, when I saw her in Lanre Da Silva Ajayi, I just said this woman is ethereal. Literally.
She came ready.
She did.
She was ready for that Lanre Da Silva show.
Did.
And she looked great. This is also off the runway.
Yes, and interestingly, she was picture ready at every point in time. I saw some impromptu pictures she took, and it just looked like, even when she wasn't paying attention, she was ready to be picture perfect.
I also quite like how she styled it. The hair didn't overwhelm the outfit. The glasses, the mini pass. I think she bodied the look.
She bodied it. All right, Timaya is also on our list today. Let's take a look at that fit. Interestingly, Timaya looks quite different from what I'm used to.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not used to him being this calm with his. I mean, I'm talking about Timaya, like, you know, he seems really, really calm with this fit. Simple red cape top.
So I think it's like a sky blue.
Yeah, it's
It
like
was
a pastel blue.
I thought it was
Light
actually
blue.
white. And then the pants, of course, the dreads are always giving.
The shoes are really cool too. I saw them up close.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think Matimaya, you know, he has his own personal style.
Yes, he does.
This is probably just his mood that day. And I was like, okay, this is
As
the
it
swag
is,
you guys are
he
gonna
took-
get.
It was definitely giving. What do you think, Eniafe?
I mean, I like the touch of red. That feels very Arise Fashion Week.
It matches with the festival.
Right?
That's like our colors. So,
Love it.
so
All
yeah,
right.
he's on theme, on brand.
So Mabel Makun showed up looking like a bride. This look gave it for me. I mean, she killed it with the veil. It was not necessary, if you ask me, but I
It's
just
fashion week.
Exactly.
Nothing is necessary during fashion week.
Exactly.
You do whatever you want. It's fashion week.
That's it.
And if I remember correctly, she was wearing LD, Larry de Silva Ajayi as well. So it was a cute look.
Annie, what do you think about this look?
I mean, again, it's Gunray de Silva. There's just no way to go wrong with that. She looks great.
I definitely, I remember, like, I'd forgotten about it, but when I saw it, when the producer had showed us earlier, I remembered her. I didn't even know that it was Mabel Makun at the time.
Yeah.
I really like this. I think it's so fresh. I love the veil. It just kind of takes the outfits to a different level. I would definitely, rock something similar. And I like the cute pop of color with the bag as well. That's very nice.
All right, let's go to school with Rema. Ooh. Yeah, Rema took us to school. This was day 1 of Arise Fashion Week, by the way.
I remember this.
This man is, he's just playing right now at this point in time. He's like, guys, I want to have fun. You all should do you.
Performance art.
Yes.
I don't know what exactly is going on, but there's a performance here, and I really, really respect it.
I love the fact that he stayed on brand the whole time. Like every time I saw him, he was holding, I don't know if it was a book.
It was like a cigarette or something.
No, but there was like a book in his hand.
Is that the vinyl? I think that's the vinyl of his album.
Okay.
Of his most recent
Because
album.
I didn't see him on up close, but I saw pictures like on the screens, and he was just holding onto it. So I just love the fact that he was on brand. Like we saw what he came
Rema
to
has
see.
been in the news for the past 2 weeks.
He has.
Calm Down keeps going. Up on the charts. So I'm sure it was just like, let me remind you people that I'm still here during Fashion Week. I mean, personally, I don't know. It's just giving me like
You're
old
not
man.
Gen Z, okay?
Okay, I'm
Like,
not Gen.
you're
Okay,
Exactly.
That's what I
Gen
didn't
Z.
remember. Like,
Yeah.
we are not Gen. No, I
Yeah.
have to be honest.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
And I'll be offended if somebody from another generation is trying to knock my style. It was
Ozinna,
working
you
very
got
well.
it. You hit
We're
the
not
nail on the
Gen
head.
Z. Emmy, are you Gen? Are you? Yeah.
I'm like borderline Gen
Yeah,
Z.
so you get it.
Borderline
Can I
Gen
be
Z.
honest
it.
here? I feel like I
feel a
am
disconnect.
loving the Gen Z style. I mean, some of those shorts are a little too short for me, but I am loving it. You see those thin eyebrows that they do now? Like they draw the brows like
Almost
this.
like what you would see in like old
Ukeri, I
classic
don't know,
movies.
these like
Yes.
kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. So I guess Rema definitely bodied that. Chima, however, showed up looking like this.
Why'd you say it like that?
Why did I say it like that? Why did I say that? She's not
Wait,
Gen Z. How did I say it?
Why
Wait.
you gonna come for Chima like that?
Wait. How did I say it? Because she
showed up
literally
looking
showed
like
up.
that.
No, but she showed up. Listen.
Okay, so what do you think about this outfit, Kachi? Oh yeah.
It wasn't giving for me. I love the fact, like we always say, okay, see everyone's face is like listen, everyone's face, it's a must-see look, but it's not Kachi's vibe. Definitely not my vibe. I think it was just a little too much. The little pantsuit that went all the way down. I would have loved if it was a bit more sheer, like a little bit more see-through. The little cape on there. It's really stylish, don't get me wrong. And plus Chima has a beautiful body, but for some reason, this dress wasn't just allowing me, feel the body at all. It wasn't.
Well, all I can say is that she's matching the Arise colors, black and white.
I even said it better.
Kudos to her. Kudos to her. What do you think?
For me, when it comes to Fashion Week, you're allowed to exaggerate and explore and showcase the kind of style that you want. And I feel like Chima has kind of entered that phase of her personal style where she's doing whatever she wants whenever she wants and really doesn't really care what anyone has to say about it. So for me, if you're comfortable and you're confident, it works.
Alrighty.
Annie, what do you think about this one?
I agree. I mean, for me, Chima is like, she's exactly who she thinks she is. She looks great. She's kind of in her Rihanna era.
And you know the funny thing is, from that Rihanna, like that moment, I could count like a couple of outfits that I was just like, what are you wearing, sis? Remember the yellow Met Gala dress, for instance? It's like, but Chima's getting in that, even from Real Housewives of Lagos, she was always given statement pieces. So this is just Chima doing Chima, like it's a whole fit.
I think she's ahead of her time. You're gonna look back at
Well,
you're gonna
that's
look
another
back
angle.
and be like,
I
I
should
didn't
have-
get it done, but I get it now.
100%.
Does anybody
she's
know
gonna
who the
call us up in
designer
like 3
is?
years.
Does anybody know who the
I saw,
designer is
I
for
think it was
Chima?
Dolce & Gabbana for the place suit. I'm not quite sure about the skirt, but I feel like it was a whole because it's actually inscribed on her outfit. But
Okay.
TZ is also on our list today.
TZDRBAAA.
Simplicity
I love
and
it.
giving cash. A little too cash.
A little too cash.
But very beautiful colors.
I mean, I really like this look. When I saw him, I just thought it was giving fashion, because where else can you wear this to? It's
No,
not
TZ would wear that on a regular day.
Yeah.
You need to
Right?
understand.
That's
That's his
another
personal
angle.
style. He also looks like he's coming off the runway. You know, he has
Yeah.
he has the physique for it. He looks like, listen, this is the swag for this brand or this outfit. I actually kind of like it. I like I like how he played with the color yellow. It's bright.
Are
and
those
then
Crocs he's wearing? I can't really tell. Are those Crocs?
Yeah, those are Crocs.
I just like the
Yellow.
way, you know, he wanted to play it bright with the colors, and then he was like, okay, let me tone it down a bit. I think those were Adire pants he wore with them.
Okay.
And you
Eniafe?
like it?
I mean, it's nice. no shade. I mean, the thing about TZ, he can really dress, to be
Yeah.
honest. TZ, he's given looks after looks after. So for me, he could have given it a bit more. This to me looks like maybe he wasn't really trying. He just, let me just show up, show up as myself. So it's nice, it's a nice look, but I know he could have, if he
Giving a
really
little
wanted
more,
to take
yeah.
it there, he could have.
I think one thing that's interesting about this outfit, and we'll probably talk about that much later when we're talking about trends, is at first when I saw this, I thought the top was Ashoke from far. It's kind of gives that that almost like woven textile feel, but the closer you look at it, you can tell it's different. So I liked that it looked like Ashoke, but it wasn't. So of course, kudos to TZ for that. Kachi, who's
so
our next look?
Emodi actually showed up in this fit, and everything is just giving me excited schoolgirl, Barbie, happy, joyful. I want to play. I mean, I just. Why? You guys are giving me a confused look.
I'm
Not really. I feel like I want to go, just go and play or party with her in this fit. It just gives me a fun vibe.
We can play a place of party. Is it a place of
We turned it up. We partied a little.
I mean, she looks cute. She looks like she's just happy to be there.
Exactly. It's very happy.
You know, you guys, I'm not going to stand for this, okay? Because you see, I mean, I have issues with Oliver on Sunday. I love you, girl, and you know this. I like the outfit on its own. I probably would wear it, but I wouldn't wear it to Arise Fashion Week. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's giving, I can just quickly change to my sneakers and quickly go into the gym to work out. It's not giving me red carpet or blue carpet vibes. And then the hair, I feel like if she put the hair back, maybe, because the fabric is already a bit busy. Right, so you now have like the hair, which is not even black; it's brown, and so it was just giving a bit too much. But she has a beautiful smile, and you say when you walk into a room and you have a confident smile, there's nothing anybody can say about your outfit. So you go, girl, you can do it.
Zina, what do you think about this fit?
I literally have no opinion about it. It's very forgettable. It's not. If I didn't see an image right now, I don't think if you ask me what I'd remember. Yeah, it's not Fashion Week worthy.
Yes, Eniafe.
Okay, well, let's see if Bovi gave us Fashion Week. That's a final look. Bovi gave us, guy, how far. See, Fashion Week is happening. Pull through. And he just like, guy, I'm coming. Boom! He shows up.
I'm actually stressed.
No, but I love, see, the thing is, Bovi, I was not expecting anything. I was not. Because Bovi just can't be stressed.
You know what? I think we have to remember, not everybody comes expecting to look like people on the runway. Some people just come to watch the show.
Exactly, that's it.
Come and have a good time.
If you just get to watch the show, then when they're taking picture, don't take picture. Abi, it's not my
I don't
fault.
think that's fair.
No, but really, not everyone is extra. To be honest, let's understand that some of us in Lagos, we're a little too extra.
I feel like we're trying to knock the people who came as their true selves.
Yeah.
And there's
And
nothing
Bovi
wrong
came
with
as
that.
himself.
There's nothing wrong with that. I love the blue shade. Just the shade of blue is popping off that blue. Yeah, so I think that's all we have right now.
Love you, Bovi. All right, let's take another quick break, but don't go away because coming right up, we'll be bringing you some more from Arise Fashion Week and the looks we absolutely loved.
Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, you are watching Arise 360, and we are here for the Arise Fashion Week Fashion Police Special. Now, we just finished looking at our must-see looks of Arise Fashion Week, and now we're moving into something else, our best runway looks. Now, what's going to happen is each anchor is going to mention their best designer look and or collection from Arise Fashion Week, giving us a reason why it is their best look. Now, let's go straight into it.
So who's going? I think Jason should go first.
I'm gonna go first. So I remember, you see, as soon as I saw this look, I was like, God, I want this in my closet. And I'm talking about this trench coat from Nini Official. It was one, I mean, they could have ironed it, they could have ironed this, but I can already imagine what it's going to look like. It was just giving me like, 1940s old, I love the fact that it was just all one color. I could just easily see myself being like a Bond agent in this, it was giving. Oh, definitely. And he knows now because it was the last look and it was really strong. But what do you guys think about this look?
I love it. I think I would definitely wear it with like thigh-high boots. Ooh. Night out in New York.
Oh, and just the trench coat?
No, of course not. Maybe like something really cute inside. But I'm thinking New York, streets in New York, boots, that coat, and I are going to make magic on Times Square.
I love it.
We're definitely going to make magic.
I love the entire collection. I think it was called the Teniola collection. Everything was in different shades of blue. I was actually wearing one of the looks from that collection as well.
Yes, I remember the Ashoke mini jacket.
And the mini skirt, which was like extra mini.
It was really nice. I loved it.
No, it was a really good correction all around. Actually, he really impressed me. He was one that, I mean, I had high hopes, but he exceeded my expectations with his correction.
Okay, well, I'll talk about mine now. Definitely Kenneth Ize. Kenneth Ize was day 2 of Rise Fashion Week, and again with Kenneth Ize, he knows how to play with his ashoke, but what really stood out for me with this collection was the fact that Kenneth Ize is not a stranger to Arise Fashion Week. He's shown for a couple of years, and it has propelled him to various platforms globally. And looking at this collection, I would say Kenneth Ize has really, really evolved as a designer. Initially, we'll just see, okay, ashoke, but he's infusing so many other elements into his style, and I just absolutely loved it. It was effortless, classy for me. I really enjoyed it. Of course, the music, I feel like Kenneth Ize's choice of songs for the runway was giving classical vibes, and everyone was just like vibing to the Whitney Houston and the Beatles.
I think the song ended and
then
people
everybody kept singing.
It
It started with Yesterday by the Beatles, and then I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston.
And people kept singing.
Yeah, it was beautiful. What do you guys think about Kenneth's look this year?
The collection, the whole collection.
The collection, of course.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I forgot to ask you. Okay, so I mean, I like that he uses ashoke.
Yeah.
I've always been like a fan of his work. I remember, I think he won in 2020.
30 under 30.
30 under 30, and I mean, everything that he's done.
Paris Fashion Week.
Exactly. Everything that he's done ever since just shows that he's a really strong designer. And of course, I mean, I was very impressed with the collection, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's it's in his future.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been a big fan of Kenneth. Kenneth always tells a story on the runway, and the pieces always just come alive in their own way, and I just really like his brand.
Annie, did you love Kenneth Ize as much as we did?
Oh no, for sure. It was a really good collection. He took a break for a season, so this was really almost like a grand return. The pieces were great, and Jenke's styling just really took it to the next level.
Oh, jeez, I love I feel like when they work together, it's always like an absolute vibe. Okay, so Annie, what was your look for the season of the runway?
My favorite look or favorite collection?
Okay, let's do favorite look and favorite collection.
It's an impossible question. You want to put me in trouble with some of these designers. Okay, if I had to choose one look, it would probably be Alpha Dia in Eniafe Official.
Another trench coat I see.
Another trench. Look, the trench coaches, they were really trending this season. Honestly, the picture, I don't even think does this look justice. When he stepped onto the runway, he looked celestial. It was like power.
Alpha walks.
The walk,
he like glides
the way
on the runway.
Carries it.
Yeah,
no, this was a really good look.
That was really
and
exciting.
seeing this at the end of, this was also I think the closing look of out of 20 pieces. So just the progression from the first look to this was insane.
So would you also say this is also your favorite collection?
Don't put him in trouble.
Maybe not favorite, but
like one of my best, like nice to see.
Definitely,
looked out for.
this was definitely one of my best. I also really, I mean, there were so many strong collections, honestly, but Vicnate, I think, is another one that really stood out to me. And I think part of the reason, similar to the reason Iron stands out, is there's so much color on the runway. And I feel like the Vicnate collection was like a breakaway from that, because it was all black except for the last look, which was white. And for me, that was like a really powerful statement within all of the color and the textiles and the fabrics to come out with this like monotone or like monochrome. It was just, for me, it was really impactful.
Okay, Ozinna, it's your turn.
Okay, so it's hard to pick a favorite collection, right? Because I love so many of the brands that I work with, so many of the brands that showcase. But for me, I feel like the collection that stood out for me as a whole was Tiffany Amber's. It was just so wholesome. I felt like there were different stages of a woman's life on the runway. You had the young girl in her 20s, the mini dresses, the ruffles, the boo-boos, the colors, the kaftans, the jewelry. Like, it's interesting because Tiffany Amber had a show in December, right? So you would think I wouldn't be so fascinated, but then seeing it on the runway, and I guess it was styled differently as well. So her show for me did everything. And then there was a trench coat in there.
As well? There's a trench coat. Tiffany Amber, I didn't see that.
It's very, very heavily beaded. It's so beautiful. Oh my God.
No, it was
It is good. Like I'm already stalking them for that.
It's very heavy, though.
I put it on my body went back like,
Wow.
That collection did it for me.
I think the piece that Naomi wore as well to
Close the show?
to close the show was that it? They just showed it, but was it the gold one?
It's black and it has like some gold detail.
Yes, I think they just showed it, but definitely what Naomi was wearing, definitely stood
And I
out.
think what I also liked was how she played with menswear. That was very refreshing for us to see. It was just refreshing to see the menswear as well. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Tiffany Amber has definitely worked hard this season. You just reminded me of the fact that she had a whole opening in December.
And we need to realize that her brand has been around. I think this year is like the 25th year. Like, I'm a big fan of her brand.
Yeah.
She's done so many amazing.
That's a long time, and she keeps giving every single season, and she delivers. One of the things that people often spoke about with regards to this year's Fashion Week was the amount of hard work that people put into some of their collections. Like, there's certain people that you'd say, oh well, you've been around for a long time. At this point in time, if you decide to take a breather and just give us boo-boos and we'll understand. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. Yes. They bring it, they reinvent themselves, and they give us looks.
It was a stunning show.
I can't wait to see like fashionistas just kill this look.
Like, he looks so good.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, let's take a quick break again on Arise 360. But hey, we are far from being done with the show. Stick around. When we return, we'll take a look at the final part where we tell you some of our fave looks from the show. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the show. You're still watching Arise 360. Now, this is a very interesting moment for us because oftentimes when we look at Fashion Week, we need to understand that one thing to take out of the entire process is the fact that when you're leaving, trends are being set. These trends are going to take us through the rest of the fashion season. And for the year 2023 at Arise Fashion Week, there were so many trends that definitely proved here to stay. And right now, we're going to look at some of those. I'm going to begin with the first one, which definitely was, that thing they say, you wear too much black. But for some reason, that was definitely one trend we saw this year at Fashion Week. A lot of people showed up. Even the runways, so much black, it was unbelievable.
Definitely, I agree with you, Kachi. I mean, we're just looking at some of the guests now. Chike was one of those that gave us that full black. We had D'banj. We had, who else on there had a black? We had, this is Joe Boy. I remember seeing this thing called Fashion, Nonye. Even Eni.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't realize it until you said it.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people were wearing black. Even Chima was giving them black, obviously with a touch of white in there. But you see, if it's black for me, would always be like a flattering color.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what happens, if I just give them that, there's a reason why the little black dress is so popular, right? Yeah. So I don't mind it. And I also noticed as well that in the Vicnate collection, the entire collection was black except for one look. So he definitely encompassed this trend.
Uniform was
black
also another brand that did mostly black colors.
Black
or
white.
Yeah, like a monochrome kind of vibe. So definitely, if anyone's told you that you should stop wearing black, well, clearly black is here. It's such a sexy color.
What do you guys think about this trend?
black is very flattering.
Yeah.
If you like, I can imagine that if I needed to go out tonight and I can't think of what to wear, the first color that'll come to mind is black. Black is easy, it's safe, and it's stylish. So
I mean, there's a reason they say everything is the new black.
Yeah.
Black is black.
Black is always going to be the new black.
Black will always be the new black. It's an eternal color.
You know, now after Fashion Week, I'm starting to tell myself, you know how we are moms, and I'm sure, I don't know, it's an Igbo thing, but I don't know if they do it in Yorubas, in the Yoruba tribe as well. As an Igbo girl, I would have cultural day in school, and my mom would open up this big box of ashoke. Like, it's a lot.
And George.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling myself that I need to go into that box because clearly ashoke is a huge trend right now.
Yes.
That was another trend we really saw on the runway, you know, with different designers just infusing it in different ways, in pants, in little, even in Shaitan's outfit.
I'm representing the
ashoke. It's such a huge trend now, isn't it?
I feel like a lot of designers are going back to their roots. They're coming back home. They're understanding that, you know, people, especially people in diaspora, they want to be connected to their roots, and everyone is doing it in different ways through fashion. The Nini collection we spoke about was primarily ashoke as well. A lot of Kenneth Ise is known for ashoke all the time, but I think he infused it here and there. Lisa Folawiya too had a few pieces ashoke as well. So ashoke is definitely here to stay.
That's we're seeing Lola Ogunaike on.
She's wearing.
This is on Quo. This is on
right?
Quo.
Yeah.
Yes,
as well.
It's in Qatar as well. But I think even outside of ashoke, even just the general woven textiles. Because remember I was talking about TZ's yellow top earlier, and even what Jenke is wearing here. It's actually not ashoke, and I think it's even very similar.
It's quite similar.
Well, it's similar to I mean what ashoke will be, and even what Eniafe is wearing in the studio. That's Peperu. Yes, Mafia Momodu of Peperu.
Is that the designer?
That's the designer,
yes, I figured,
actually.
Like,
yes.
she embodied it. Like
this is how you should wear it.
No, but I absolutely love the fact that woven textiles was a huge trend that we now know is a thing. Looking forward to seeing a lot of what I ordered versus what I got. No, really, I'm waiting for it on social media because
you know what? You know the solution: order from the designer.
Yeah.
Don't give someone else to remake it because they won't get it.
Exactly.
You stole it from a designer's page and you shoved it off another person's page, and then you expect to get exactly the same thing. But quarter the price.
And you know something? A lot of these designers we're talking
This was actually
about.
one of my favorite shows.
A lot of them are working with artisans. This our Mete show is so good because she's working with traditional, you know, hand weavers and artisans in Mali. We're seeing Ghanaian designers working with artisans. We're seeing a lot of designers here in Lagos doing the same. So honestly, you can't just give your tailor to recreate, because if they're not working with similar artisans, it's not going to look the same.
It's not going to look the same. It's not going to even feel the same
A
way.
word is enough for the word.
Oh, listen, don't say we didn't tell you.
Well,
don't do that.
Another trend that really stood out for us this year was the pop of colors. And I think I'm the best one to introduce this. Because you can see, I'm a walking pop of color with my yellow earrings and bright orange sleeves. Of course, this is Fire Factory, but on the runway, I think we definitely saw, on the red carpet, on the blue carpet, we saw a lot of people wearing colors. You can see Tanya Mamotaya there with her daughter. This young lady wearing this like bright pink and blue. Success as well. And then even on the runway, we saw a lot of bright colors as well. Like even with Tiffany Amber had some bright colors, and then Lisa Folawiyo as well. So I was seeing Tiffany Amber back on stage. We're seeing a lot of bright colors. What are your thoughts on that, Kachi?
To be honest, colors for me would always be a thing, and I love the fact that it's not just any colors. It's like the primary colors. You know, people are now understanding that the yellows, the blues, the oranges, the reds, like these really bold colors, and we're also seeing a lot of color blocking. So people are understanding, oh, I could actually pair this blue with green and this orange with red, and it's going to look really, really good. It's just so beautiful how once upon a time it's to be like you're a color riot, but now this is an actual trend. I love to see it, honestly speaking. But we've got to wrap things up real quick with our overall best
Dress.
Best dressed from the runway. So, Tracy, I'm going to start with you. Well, who would you say your overall best dress was?
Okay, so I'm just kind of putting everything together from the runway and even from guests that attended. And I'm even stretching my hand out to someone who performed, because he was my best dressed look of the night. Wheezy, baby, yo.
I don't know why.
Yo, when Wizkid stepped out on stage in these jackets, I said, God.
He actually looked really good.
He looked so good. I remember asking you while we were getting ready, like, where's the jacket? jacket from you. You told me it's a Louis Vuitton jacket. It's just perfect. It just shows that this is whiskey. You can't even drag it with him. Look at now, star boy for life.
I didn't know he was a part of our pool. So yeah, that was a really strong look.
Yeah.
And I love how he styled it too. Kachi's not feeling it.
No.
You're not feeling it with the white hands.
Listen, I just
No,
kept
you're
telling
18.
myself, Wizkid off this jacket on this stage.
Yeah, now
Remove
that means
it.
you're into this jacket.
No, I was into the artist, like the performance, the dancing. I was
You
like,
didn't like the swag with the jacket?
no, it was killing it. Did you see Wizkid's dance moves? How did you see nothing in that jacket? That jacket was giving him heat. He was.
Well, he's the one that wants to act
I'm like,
like
man, take
he's
off
in
the jacket and give us a good time. That's why he didn't. He should have stayed for at least 2 hours, but he was hot. He had to leave, you know. But my fave definitely Mabel Makun. That veil for me, that veil that Mabel had on when she came out on the red carpet. It was so beautiful. Mabel Makun's style was simple. It was giving glorious bride, and I just absolutely loved it. But what did you guys think about this? She looked like a bride again because she's married.
I mean, I really liked it. Like I said earlier, it's just perfect, and I think I would definitely rock this look.
With the veil?
I mean, maybe not with the veil. Maybe not with the veil. Maybe not.
Not with the veil. Not with the veil. It's interesting because we're in a season where people are dressing like what they want. It started with Nathaniel Bassey. He goes, oh, if you want something, like say you want to be married, dress like that. Maybe, you might as well just manifest. You're manifesting your marriage. But what was your favorite look?
Honestly, and don't hate me for, I'm not trying to be diplomatic. I can't choose one.
I'm so glad he went first.
I
I'm
can't-
struggling here. I
I
was like,
can't choose one.
I was like, how am I going to pick a favorite
But
look?
you know what I'll say? For me, what I found just really admirable was seeing guests wearing designers that were showing.
Yes.
For me, that just made me smile because I know how much hard work the designers put into it. Seeing Rita Dominic and Rita Silva, seeing so many women wearing Nkwa, including Rita Simeg or Gunaike. For me, that was like the standout thing, was just seeing how intentional they were about like celebrating the
Attending,
designers that were
That's
showing.
true.
That was
Very
cool.
true.
Yeah, that was my standout.
I love it.
All right, then. So both of you, we're going to just left the both of you off because you still have a Rise Fashion Week to plan next year. So the designers will not run away from you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching, well, actually, lady and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for being on Rise 360, our Fashion Police special. You have been the most gracious guests, quite honestly.
And you look
Thank
amazing.
you.
Fashion
Yes.
ready as always. Okay.
100%. Well, for you watching at home, that's about it on Arise 360 today. From all of us here, thank you so much for being a part of the show. You can catch us every weekday at 5 p.m. My name is Kachi Ofia.
And I'm Shaiton Atigari. This has been Arise 360. Thank you so much for watching.